Ryo and Nagi continue to fight in their respective battles. Nagi against the World 5, and Ryo against Corona and his team. This is episode Nagi, chapter 34. Let's talk about it. So chapter starts with Ryo and Nagi doing their own thing from their respective games. You see the red side of things with Ryo getting past different defenders and then getting in front of Corona. With Corona saying, "You're not getting through." With Ryo responding, "Try to stop me, Braid Speeder," as he manages to get by Corona with ease. With Corona responding with that dribbling move I made earlier. Ryo basically copying it without realizing it. He just perfectly copied it, with Corona saying, "You're good." Ryo responding with a goal in my color. "I'll win with my goal." We then cut to Nagi's side as he has the ball being triangled in by none other than Adam Blake, Silva, and Pablo. Followed by Pablo, Silva, and Adam having a little quip to say to Nagi. With Nagi responding, "Come on then, World All-Stars. Slipping past you, let's go, Zantetsu," as he kicks the ball back to Zantetsu. With Zantetsu surprised, he looks at Nagi and says, "That ego," as Nagi gestured to Zantetsu to pass back to him. Just then, Zantetsu passes right back to him by saying, "It's fine by me, selfish Seshiro," as Nagi manages to trap it right between Adam Blake and Pablo. Both of them being surprised that he was even able to do that. And as he traps it, he heel kicks it upwards, with Dada Silva saying, "There." And as Nagi looks at it, he says, "Keep my speed up. Foot to shoulder double touch," as he traps the ball with his shoulder in front of Dada Silva. Oh, I know Nagi fans are kicking themselves right now knowing you could have gotten something like this in the NEL, but sadly, things are the way that it is. It's Dada Silva surprised that this even happened, that someone of this caliber was even capable of doing so. With Dada Silva responding, "Is he an acrobat?" as Nagi manages to get by him, saying, "I'll smash up the world." Cut back to Ryo, he says, "Don't get picky about how to score goals. Let's go, Igagori." With him passing to Igagori and him telling Igagori, "Think of me as Shida." With Igagori saying, "Okay, here we go, 3 treasures. Go for it, jack of all trades, prince," as he passes back to Ryo. With Ryo saying as he goes up against some random defender whose name I choose not to forget, "Focus, ultimate focus," with Shido saying, "Whoa, purple top knot," as we see Shido try to recreate something that Shido has done before in the past. Isn't that my move? As Ryo copies Shido perfectly. And by God, I just gotta say, look at this artwork. Oh my lord. This looks amazing. This is perfect. In a double page, we see Ryo kick the ball and manage to score. Going back to Nagi's side, he says, "Smash it in," as he tries to shoot, saying, "Eat this world," only to be blocked by someone. Nagi responding, "I thought I got past everyone." And lo and behold, that somebody who blocked him was none other than the speedster known as Loki, with him saying, "Too slow." With Nagi responding, "He's too fast. That's inhuman speed." With Loki responding, "Picking a fight with us on your own. Aren't you afraid of anything?" Followed by Luna saying, "He's the same as you, Loki, even though you look down on us." Mind you, Luna's just been chilling in the back. Like, he didn't even care. He's taking this thing lightly. With Julian Loki immediately rebuttaling, saying, "No way, I respect you guys. You were all amazing until I showed up." To where then that prompts Pablo, Adam, and Silva to say, "He really does look down on us, jackass." That's what I like about you, Loki, you bastard. Nagi starts to think to himself, he rushed in from outside of my field of vision. What a monster. But you know, maybe we are the same. Followed by Loki saying, "Blessed with talent and not afraid of anything. But to put it another way, when you learn fear, it will destroy you." Kind of the pot calling the kettle black after getting called out by Isagi, huh? But you don't know that yet. Followed by Nagi saying, "Hurry up, Ryo. The world has so many unexpected creatures." We then cut back to Ryo's side of things as they win 5-3 against Corona's team. Igagori saying, "We won, we survived, hail the 3 treasures." Homie, you barely did anything. That was one hell of a shot. Nice going. Why didn't you tell me you were hiding that weapon? With Ryo confused as to what Igagori meant. With Ryo saying, "I was just copying. I'll never catch up to the prodigies like this." With Igagori completely confused as to what he even meant by this. But Shido caught on immediately. Oh, guess this guy doesn't realize that his copying ability is his rare talent. With Ryo saying, "So, who are we taking?" Followed by Igagori saying, "Let's take the braid hair guy. He was the coolest." with Ryo saying, yeah, come on, Ranze Corona. With Shido saying, hey, purple top knot. Don't misjudge your explosion, Mr. Chameleon. With Ryo looking intently at Shido, followed by Blue Lock second selection rivalry battle complete. With a brand new team of 5 being Shido, Igarashi, Ryo, Sakura, and Corona. We then cut back to Nagi's group after the World 5 game. And I'm gonna be honest, I wish we saw a little bit more of the World 5, but I think they're saving it for the World Cup arc, so I can't be too mad, but I really wish I would have seen more. As we see Zantetsu try to recite the English alphabet, with both Chigiri and Kyoto trying not to off themselves in the process, with Zantetsu saying LMNOP time and time again. And Bato at this point has had enough of his bullshit, as he says LMNOP once again, followed by Bato saying, will you shut the hell up, dumbass? Who is that supposed to be? Your drawing sucks too. Chigiri saying, you're just as loud as him, Bato. Huh? I'm the victim here. What a cute dog. Ah, this is a monster. We then cut to Nagi saying, everybody is so loud. Studying is such a pain. When I see Ryo, what should we talk about first? How we fought some amazing guys, how I've changed in a lot of ways, or as he's interrupted with his thought process by Kyoto saying, when you learn fear, you will break. Kinda cryptic and creepy, but you know, is what it is. That's the last thing Loki said to you. Figured I'd translate it for you. With Nagi finally getting up, being attentive, saying, huh, thanks Kyoto. Fear. What is it I'm afraid of? That I'll never beat Isagi? That would be fine by me. I could chase after that goal forever. And this is where shit went wrong. We all know what happens when this happened. Where then Nagi starts to think to himself, something scary, something scary. We then get a notification from the Blue Lock guy saying the second selection has concluded. We now have all the players who will proceed to the third selection. Please put on your scrimmage uniforms and gather in the central joint room. With Zantetsu saying, Princess, how's your knee? With Chigiri saying, no problem, it's just fine. With Bato saying, Nagi responding, there is something I'm scared of. That this fire will disappear. Ryo brought me along. I chased after Isagi and won my way back up with these guys. Soccer and Blue Lock keep showing me new versions of myself. I want to stay inside this fire forever. I want to stay excited forever. In a beautiful double page, we see them walk through the door into the main room saying, I want to never wake up from this dream. As we finally see Bachida, Rin, and Isagi for the first time in forever in episode Nagi. And in the final page of chapter 34 of episode Nagi, we see Nagi tell Isagi, hey, followed by him saying, I want to stay fired up. Honestly, a pretty good chapter for episode Nagi. I wish we saw more of the World 5. I know I mentioned that before, but hey, finally, now we're here. But now things are going to lead into the U20 game. I wonder if anything will change in terms of Nagi. How will that be elaborated on? I don't know. But personally, I'm liking it so far.